Yeah. Well, Malcolm.
That was just a fluke, that one.
Yeah. Malcolm was just in the studio. He was just actually. I think he was staying there. And he was lying on the couch, and we were trying to do a piano part, and I couldn't play it, so. I think Bird walked out and he saw Malcolm and knew Malcolm could play and went, "Oh, do you want to come in and play?" So most of the other stuff was like that, yeah. We just drag people in if they were in the building.
And what's the Devil's Elbow? Because when I googled it, it brought up this really heavy ski, like flat diamond.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh really? Is there one? Yeah. No, it was a place in Adelaide. There was in the Adelaide Hills. There was a corner on the road called the Devil's Elbow, which was incredible. Like it was one of the tightest corners, and cars were always going off of it. And I just remember it from childhood, and it always kind of felt to me like this sort of always every time you went, you knew you were coming to it, and it always felt like you were just on the precipice of here or there,
Wow.
So, yeah.
Someone else has an album called that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh right.
So it doesn't have a deeper meaning being on the edge.
Kind of the songs are sort of kind of limbo land sort of thing. So.
What's it concerned with thematically? Like, what was it about that you were thinking, mulling over as you were writing it?
Album or the title?
The album.
The album. Oh, there was a lot of things going on at the time. Like, I was just a lot of different. I mean, I was living in King's Cross for a lot of that period when we got back from the States, and through that, and I don't know, a lot of stuff had happened. I mean, there was a lot of death in my family that was going through, and I don't know, it's just a lot of different things like that. So I mean, I was kind of preoccupied with a lot of that, and also I really liked kind of folk songs, but more in another sort of that take place in another kind of landscape. So I don't know.
What were you listening to? What were you
God,
influenced by?
around that time it was everything, that we're listening to.
Really? What was it?
Yeah, it was really. I mean, I think that's probably where the record came from. Is that when we got back from overseas, we just went, we've got to incorporate all these things that we like about music, and not just this one, genre.
Yeah. And did you kind of suck up that, come down from overseas by putting it into creating?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That must have been such a hard part of touring, coming back home.
Oh yeah. Well, and yeah, it was, and in that respect, I mean,
it is good coming home, but it is like you definitely are in a limbo. Just sort of walk around,
yeah,
drink.
Yeah, it was a strange. I mean, that whole period was really, it was just odd, and after that, because yeah, it was just, my dad had passed away while I was overseas on my way home, and then other stuff had happened after that, and it was just like the kind of arse just fell out of everything for a while, yeah, living in this kind of weird area, and so it was all sort of coming out of that, and so again, I think it was very organic, and it wasn't as considered, I think, as a lot of other records are, and the record companies going, well, now you're going to go in and make a record, and here's your 15 songs, and I like this one, and this one, and this one. I mean, we didn't have any of that because we weren't with the label at that stuff. So
you had a finished product.
yeah, we self-financed and just so there was no one in the studio but the three of us the whole time. So
and we were managing ourselves as well at that point.
Yeah, so we would. So yeah, it was everything we were doing off our own back. So
does that it's kind of a nice completion of that time in your life?
Absolutely.
You have like a document, like right, that was that. But
yeah.
Then you have to go and tour them and live them again.
Absolutely. Well, that's the beauty of it too. Is that I mean, we were really proud of the record when we finished it, and just proud of that period and how we kind of handled ourselves. But we had to answer to no one but ourselves, which was fantastic creatively and also.
Discipline as well too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And when we got the finished product the other day of the artwork and stuff, I mean,
who did that? Who did the art direction?
Well, we did that again with my brother. So yeah.
That's so handy having it in the family.
Yeah.
Someone who you can trust who's got an insight into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing was kind of like that. It was just the record just had a lot of. There was just a lot of love, really, wasn't it? It was great. It wasn't. It's just something that I think, and even now when we stay and play live, it has that same sort of feeling that the songs feel really good to play, and yeah.
Does it sometimes feel like like they've always been there, in a way, or not really kind of get to know them?
It's sort of. I think this record has always been in us, but we just needed to certain things to happen.
Do you feel like it's more kind of truly a first album, maybe, in a way?
In some ways, I mean, I think that every album should be different, so you're
A
moving,
snapshot of that.
yeah, of that period, and you're also challenging yourself with everyone and doing something different. And yeah, I kind of think that it's just another. Again, we created another bridge to the next whatever we do the next time. You know, it should always be like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks very much. Any final
No
words?
worries. No.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers.